Donald Trump is now facing a lawsuit from New York State Attorney General Letitia James, accusing the ex-president, his company, and members of his family of widespread fraud. This is actually the second time that a New York Attorney General has moved to take down a Trump institution. Back in early 2016, then-candidate Donald Trump skipped a Fox News Republican primary debate amidst his feud with then-Fox host Megyn Kelly. He was angry about her questions on his disparaging comments about women, among other things from a previous debate. And so Trump counter-programmed hosting a rally in Des Moines, Iowa, that he billed as a fundraiser for veterans, and who can't get behind that? According to Trump, it was highly successful, raising millions of dollars.
We just cracked, the sign was just given, we just cracked $6 million, right? $6 million. And we have outside a list of the organizations and folks that are going to be getting this money. We're going to divide it up, and they're going to get a lot of money. Everybody's going to get a lot of money.
Over the following few days, Trump did deliver some of that money to various veterans organizations in the form of giant checks. As you can see in the upper left-hand corner of those checks, this money was funneled through the Donald J. Trump Foundation, his personal charity. But soon it became apparent the donations were lagging, definitely not adding up to $6 million. And so Washington Post reporter David Fahrenthold followed up with the Trump campaign to find out what happened to all that money. More than a month later, in early March only, about half of the money, roughly $3 million, had been donated to veterans charities. That was according to a summary released by the Trump campaign in response to inquiries from the Washington Post. So it certainly seemed like Donald Trump had cheated veterans out of millions of dollars, $3 million. And so David Fahrenthold kept investigating. It took nearly 3 more months, a lot of public pressure from Fahrenthold and others in the media for Trump to confirm that all the money had finally been given out.
The money's all been sent. I wanted to keep it private. If we could, I wanted to keep it private because I don't think it's anybody's business if I want to send money to the vets. But I will say that the press should be ashamed of themselves. And on behalf of the vets, the press should be ashamed of themselves. They are calling me and they are furious because I sent people checks of a lot of money, and I'm going to give you the names right now, which is what you want. And instead of being like, thank you very much, Mr. Trump, or Trump did a good job, everyone say, who got it, who got it, who got it? And you make me look very bad. I have never received such bad publicity for doing such a good job.
But that was just the beginning for David Fahrenthold, who continued to investigate the charity organization that had been the kind of means by which this money was given. Over the next several months, he revealed a slew of apparent abuses by the Trump Foundation. The details were crazy. Fahrenthold found that Donald Trump used money donated to the foundation to buy himself a $12,000 football helmet signed by star quarterback Tim Tebow. In 2007, Trump spent $20,000 of the foundation's money on a 6-foot-tall portrait of himself that he hung in his resort in Miami. He also used more than $250,000 from his charitable foundation to settle his own legal problems, including $100,000 for an unpaid fine to the town of Palm Beach, Florida, resulting from a dispute over the height of a flagpole. In fact, the foundation's largest ever gift was more than $260,000 used to renovate a fountain outside the windows of Trump's Plaza Hotel. And the smallest came back in 1989 when Trump used his charity's money to pay the, this is serious, $7 registration fee for his then 11-year-old son, Don Jr., to join the Boy Scouts. Now, these abuses were all basically hiding in plain sight, but David Fahrenthold exposed them, bringing public scrutiny. Won a Pulitzer Prize for his work. And in September of 2016, the announcement came from the New York Attorney General's office. They were investigating the Trump Foundation. Of course, Donald Trump was elected president that November, and 1 month before his inauguration, he announced he would dissolve the foundation. The New York Attorney General blocked that from happening while the investigation was ongoing. And in June of 2018, then New York Attorney General Barbara Underwood finally put the Trump Foundation out of its misery. She filed a civil suit, sound familiar, alleging widespread misuse of resources and shut the charity down. So we've seen this before, carried out by Letitia James' predecessors by the very same office. And while criminal charges did not materialize then, they could now.